Welcome back to another edition of the After Movie Special. I'm your host, Orlando Wilson, and I just got back from watching Zootopia. You know, Zootopia, the movie, Walt Disney animated movie, not Pixar. It's just Disney. And you know what? Sometimes they can make good movies without the help of Pixar. Let me give you a quick synopsis of the story right quick. The movie opens up with a young Judy Hopps, voiced by Jennifer Goodwin, in a play. And she's explaining to the viewer how things used to be in the world that they're in. All the animals used to be classified into two categories, predator or prey. But through the amazing process of evolution, everyone's pretty much equal on the same plane. And no city better displays that fact than Zootopia, where you can be anything you want to be. So the young Judy Hopps puts her mind to it and becomes Zootopia's very first bunny police officer. However, she soon finds out that everyone doesn't get treated quite the same in Zootopia as she had hoped. Not even in her precinct. She doesn't even get the support from her chain of command. While the bigger, stronger predators are being tasked with finding 14 animals that have recently gone missing, she's put on meter maid detail. It happens, right? But as luck would have it, she runs into one of the wives of the missing animals and takes it upon herself to solve the case. This doesn't go over too well with Chief Bogo, voiced by Idris Elba, and he basically gives her 48 hours to solve the case or she has to resign. Very early in her investigation, she runs into Nick P. Wilde, a sly Red Fox con artist voiced by Jason Bateman, and the two set out to solve the mystery of the missing animals. That's just the story. There's more that happens along the way, but I said all that to say that I didn't expect to enjoy this movie as much as I did, you know? A lot of people, as soon as they see that the movie's animated, they're instantly turned off. I mean, that's just like, you know, they think animated movies are for kids. But some of these animated movies lately have had a message that on the surface, I mean, kids, they can kind of understand, but an adult can really see deeper into it. So I really liked it. That happened with Inside Out, and it's happening in this movie where they tackle issues like prejudice, culture, and race. And you know, I'm used to seeing humans be prejudiced all the time in real life too. You're just used to seeing stuff like that, but there's something that just is so weird and just takes you back when it takes you in a different direction when you see an elephant tell a fox, you can't eat here. Don't you have your own, you know, ice cream parlor you can eat at? And you're like, wow, that's so mean. But that happens. That still happens today. It's a different take on, you know, tackling these kind of issues, and it works. And I also do love the mystery element of the movie itself, where they're out there trying to solve a case. That's the basic thing. I mean, she's a police officer, and she's using Judy Hopps is using Nick P. Wilde to figure out where this missing animal, this missing otter is, and I love the mystery element of that. The overall story, it was pretty straightforward, pretty good. There was a lull after the second act where they had a conclusion come, but you're like, well, it's not over yet. They're still going, you know. So you know, kind of know something's up, but there was a bit of a lull heading into the third act. But overall, the story finished up pretty strong, and I enjoyed it a lot. The animation in this movie, flawless. It's gorgeous. It's incredibly imaginative, and it's such a detailed world. It's such a big world. I can definitely see them hopefully coming back to Zootopia in either an animated series or possibly another movie. This city is so big and it's gorgeous. They separate it into a few different sectors, and I'm so thankful that we got to explore a couple of the sectors, most of the sectors, but we didn't get to see everything Zootopia has to offer. So I definitely see that there's no possible way they can be done with this city, this franchise. So it looks great too, man. Like, oh, it's so detailed. The jokes in this movie are funny and quick-witted. They're done extremely well, and everyone has a little punchline that they shoot out there. My favorite characters were Judy Hopps' parents, because they're so overprotective that they basically are putting their daughter down. From the very beginning, they didn't want her to be a cop because they're bunnies, you know, they're prey, and they, you know, are used to being, you know, put down in society, and they're just so discouraging to her that but they just want her to be safe and everything. So they say some funny stuff throughout the whole movie. It's hilarious. I like them. They're funny. You should definitely check it out. Overall, funny movie, great movie, beautiful animation, has a message. Definitely check it out. Even if you don't have a family, if you don't have any kids, you can. I hope you have a family. I'm sorry I said that. But even if you don't have any kids, you should definitely check this movie out, man. It's a good movie. I'm about to say Nickelodeon, but Walt Disney did a very good job with this movie without the help of Pixar. It's great. They definitely need to go back to Zootopia at some point, because it's a good franchise to build, and there's a lot more they can get out of this city than just one movie. So yeah, definitely check it out. And if you liked the video I did, you can comment, you can like it, you can share it, you can subscribe, you can do all that good stuff. Tell me what you thought of the movie if you got to go see it. Hopefully you did. This is the after movie special, ladies and gentlemen. You see this special after the movie. And as always, remember, it's not a discussion anymore. It's a review now.